In 2026, we have so much information, but yet we're still struggling. And I'm pretty sure we're struggling because we lack order. When I first read Genesis chapter 1, I just assumed it to be a creation story. And nobody really broke down the intricacies of it, or more so, how to apply it to my daily life. And so the book felt like mythology and ancient wisdom, but I left it at that. It wasn't until I understood the symbolic teachings of Genesis that I began to realize that it's actually a blueprint for consciousness. It's about how reality is formed first internally and then externally. I'm going to break it down to you in 7 sections. Number 5 is my absolute favorite, so stick around for that and take notes because we're going to break down that ancient wisdom and how you can apply it to your life today and how you can form your reality right now. In the beginning, Genesis teaches us that before there was physical creation, there was light. I'm not talking about sunlight, but I'm talking about consciousness, divine intelligence, and just pure potential. Okay, but what does that mean in 2026? It means that before there is any change that happens in your life, there needs to be awareness. Nothing shifts until you become conscious of it. I'm talking about your health, your discipline, your fitness, your finances, your relationships. Creation of your dream life begins with awareness. The earth was formless and void. This is chaos. In ancient Hebrew, this is called tohu wa bohu, and that tohu is that raw, chaotic energy. We all have seasons of tohu. I mean, I know that I did when I retired from my beauty business because I was called to be the musician that I know that I am and the artist that I know that I am. It's when I packed everything that I own and left behind my loved ones and my friends and my familiarity and moved to a completely different country. It's when I started from scratch to create my music album and to create this new project. It's when I felt like my entire identity was just shifting. And to be honest, I felt empty, but I knew that I was not empty. I knew that that feeling was actually just chaos and I needed to introduce structure. Let there be light. Light, according to this ancient wisdom, represents clarity. Notice something powerful here, okay? When God acknowledges that there is darkness, he doesn't rebuke the darkness, he doesn't argue with the darkness, but what he does is introduces light. So in 2026, that means when there is chaos in your life, you're not going to defeat it by obsessing over it. You need to introduce clarity to it. You need to introduce light. And that's clarity about your routine, about your habits, about your boundaries, and about your standards. Think of the light here as intentional thought. Bad mind survives in vagueness. Light and clarity destroys that vagueness. Separation. Okay, so in Genesis 1, you're going to notice this repetition of patterns. Separating light from darkness. Separating waters above from the waters below. Separating land from sea. In 2026, that means creation requires boundaries. Perhaps you need to separate work from your distractions. Separate who you were from who you're becoming. Separate your voice and your own opinions from that you see online and on the algorithms. God creates through distinction. And all that confusion, it's going to dissolve once you begin to define things. Okay, make sure you're taking notes here. Order before abundance. Okay, I want you to notice something. The plants, they didn't arrive until day 3. The animals, they didn't arrive until day 5. But which creation arrived last? Humans. Okay, why? because abundance comes after structure. The humans made in the image of the Creator, the creations of the Creator, who themselves are creators, that represents abundance. But in order for the humans to be there, God ensured that the structure and everything was lined up in advance. So, this means today, if you want success and you want visibility and you want financial overflow and you want partnership and strong relationships in your life, Genesis is telling you order first. Establish your light, establish your boundaries, establish your rhythm and your responsibilities, and then fruit will come, made in the image of God. The ancient wisdom is interpreting this as the human being having the ability to create through speech and through consciousness. Understand that you're not passive in your reality right now. Whether you are living the life of your dreams or the life that you really want to escape from, your words are shaping your environment. Your thoughts are organizing the chaos, and your discipline brings formation to that void. So, Genesis 1 is telling you that you are designed to create worlds. Just start with your inner one and then rest. We see that on the seventh day, God rests, not because the creator of the whole universe is tired, but because completion requires integration. In 2026, we don't know how to rest. We doom scroll. We overconsume. We work tirelessly. But what's most wild is that rest completes creation. Rest is what seals it all in. If you never pause, then your life is just in this perpetual day one. So you must rest because rest is alignment. So just understand this because I'm so excited to share it with you. Genesis 1 is not mythology like I thought it was. I understand now that it's actually a map. It's really basic instructions on how to live in this existence. And it really does apply today in 2026. It's telling you become aware, introduce clarity into your life, create boundaries, build structure, speak life over your life, and rest in alignment. You don't need to be waiting on a miracle. You are the miracle. Your very existence is participating in the beauty of creation every day. It's just the question is, and I want to ask you, are you creating with intention in your life or are you reacting to chaos? Don't fear the darkness. Don't try to fight the confusion. Just introduce light, introduce some clarity, introduce discipline, and enjoy creating your dream life.